Hi, I'm Neil Wain, and today I'm going to be looking at the Titleist SM6 wedges. Okay, I'm going to be talking a little bit about bounce options and grinds, which one to use. Okay, so what I've got is the 58 degree. This one's on an M, okay, which is like a mid grind. So basically, guys, in terms of bounce, alright, it's the angle between the leading edge and the back of the sole, how it sits at address. It's the angle of what it sits at, okay? Now, as a rule, less bounce would be better for firm conditions or for people with shallower angles of attack, okay? So you get it really shallow into the back of the ball. More bounce would be for softer conditions, people with a steeper angle of attack. So if you're somebody who gets very steep on the ball, that would be the option to go, okay? So I'm just going to clip a few with all the different grinds, all the different bounces with the 58 degree to explain, see how they get on. Right, so in terms of grinds, guys, with the 58 degree that I've got here in the SM6, right? So we start off with an Al grind, which has got the least amount of bounce, which sits tighter to the ground when you open it. You've got the M grind, okay, so it's like neutral down the middle, more towards less bounce. The S grind, which is a little bit more for the bounce, and then you've got the K grind, which has got the most bounce, which will have a wider sole, okay? So what I've got here is the mid-range on in the M. So I'm just going to clip a few with the M just to see how it feels, see what kind of feedback I can give to you. Just try it probably some 70, 80 yard shots. So I really like that. I mean, they feel great off the face. They sit nice at address. It's a very traditional looking head. This is probably the kind of grind that I'd need, really. Feels very nice. You can see the divots aren't too deep and they're not too shallow either. They're probably just right. Try a couple more. Again, that's a very nice strike, consistent wise. Now, in the SM6s as well, they also offer a progressive centre of gravity throughout. So when you open the face, obviously your strike pattern can go from up to heel to the toe, so it still feels just as good higher on the face as it does lower with the progressive centre of gravity, okay? So that was the M grind, guys. So that feels pretty mid-range, I'd say. That's what I'd personally, the option that I'd be going for, because I don't necessarily always play on harder conditions. I don't always play on softer conditions. So let's go to something with a little less bounce. So this is the Al grind now, okay? See if I can see any difference. So straight away I can see that it sits tighter to the ground at address, a little bit sharper leading edge. Again, that felt great. I can't really feel a great difference there. Now that one I could, you see, that felt like it was digging a little bit. It's quite soft on these ground conditions today, so you can feel it digging just that little bit more, that sharper leading edge you see. Not as much bounce on this, there's only 4 degree bounce. So personally, this would be someone who kind of gets into the ball really shallow, somebody who plays on links golf. Hit one more. Yeah, it's very, you can see it's wanting to dig, the club's trying to dig, so personally that wouldn't be the kind of grind that I'd need. Let's go to the complete opposite end of the scale now, guys. This is the K grind, okay? So wider sole, more bounce, so this would be better for your softer conditions. So something what I'm on today would kind of work for this kind of grind. Just try a few with it. Now that feels really good. If you're somebody who likes to get steep into the ball, get right on the back of the ball, this is the kind of grind that you'd want. Well, I went a little bit thin. Wasn't a good swing at all. There we go. That felt lovely. So, in terms of preference, really, I definitely prefer the more bounce over less bounce. Okay, so the K would be better over the L grind. But I still think preference would be in the M. That was thin again. So I could see that with there being a lot of bounce on this, I feel like there's not a great deal of margin for error because the club's just bouncing straight up off the surface, and that's perhaps why I'm getting a few of them thin. Might be a little bit of a mental approach as well, but personally I'd be going with the M. They also do an S grind, which sits in the middle as well. Okay, so I'll go back to the M grind just to get a couple with this again. That feels so much better. So for me, guys, in terms of a 58 where I want to be a little bit steeper angle of attack, a mid-range would be absolutely perfect. Okay guys, as a quick summary of that, the SM6 wedges felt very good, very versatile, great with all the options. Okay, so if you're somebody who is very shallow or plays on firm conditions, you want to be looking towards the L and the M grind, which the M grind I personally liked. If you're someone who gets very steep, okay, prefers the softer conditions, plays a lot on softer conditions, then you would want the S or the K grind. Okay, I hope that's given you a little bit more of an idea of what kind of wedges to go for, guys, in terms of grinds and bounce. If you've got any questions for me, please get in touch or follow me on Twitter. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.